Good evening. Very loud audience. 200 people assembled here tonight. People from all over the country. Let's see who we got. We got Mackerel, Turner and Garrett are here this evening. A large chain of fish shops, I think. We've got British Telecom. There's probably directory inquiries. I think the hours I spent in my life trying to talk to you lot. And also we got various estate agents. Oh, great. Probably the lowest form of life you'll encounter on this planet. They've dropped into the studio tonight on their way to an all-night gazumping party. There are 200 people in our audience tonight, but in the course of the next half hour, we will reduce them to one, and that person will win £1,000. They could well win £2,000. And the overall cash prizes tonight should amount amongst the audience to as much as £3,000. But I should say that most of the audience here tonight will go home with absolutely nothing. Basically, everybody here tonight is linked into a computer, 200 in the audience. They're all linked in through one of these, a keypad. I'll be asking them a number of questions. They'll have 4 alternative answers, 1, 2, 3 or 4. When they press the keypad, that registers their vote as what they think the answer is. If they get it right, they go through to the next round. If they get it wrong, they're basically out, and the one left at the end is the winner. Brilliant. Right. Doesn't sound too promising, does it? OK, obviously we can't at the top of a show. We normally talk to contestants in shows like this. Talking to all 200 would be about as much fun as mumps. Let's see who the computer's... The computer always gives us 4 to follow. Let's see who we got tonight. Just follow their progress through the show, chosen at random. Let's have a look. We've got... Give them a big hand. We've got Jean Kelly, or Jean Kelly, from Belfast. She likes squash and aerobics and loves behaving badly, whatever that means. We've also got Liz Sutton. She's a VDU operator. She likes quiz and game shows and green slime-type humour. Whoopee. We've got Trevor Jarvis. He's a solicitor at Mackerel, Turner and Garrett. He likes Dallas, Dame Edna and Polo, a strange combination. Says he's a professional tease, whatever that means. And also, there's a lady here, Lynn Baranowska, I think that is. She's retired from work and become an estate agent. She likes LA law, travel, plotting and gossiping. Lynn, what's the latest gossip? What can you give us? Anything? A bit of dirt? Come on. Come on, Lynn, you've got some stuff there, haven't you? How are you feeling? Confident? What do you think? You're going to win £1,000 tonight?
Not with you in charge, no.
I think I might be loaded against estate agents. I don't think that is just a national problem. I think imagine all these kids watching, Mummy, Mummy, they're giving lots of money to estate agents on the telly. Oh, great. OK, here we go. Question number 1, all on your keypads. It's a film question. Have a look at the clip first. I'll ask you a question at the end. Have a look at this first of all. There she is, the singing tummy button. We want to know who's this performer, OK? Easy peasy to start with. Who's this performer? 200 of you in. Let's see the alternatives. Number 1, Madonna. You've got 10 seconds. Number 2, Cher. Number 3, Yaz. Number 4, Sabrina. Press those keypads. Make sure you register a vote. You've got another 4 seconds. Madonna, Cher, Yaz or Sabrina. Who was that? Right, 200 in. Let's see how you made out. Let's see, first of all, what your choices were. How did you vote? Yes, it's going to be an uphill task tonight, I think. 198 said Madonna. For some reason, somebody couldn't master the keypad. There's only one left. The tricky pressing the button exercise was beyond them. And 1 vote for Sabrina. Right, first of all, let's see what the actual correct answer is. I have a good idea what it might be. It's Madonna. Which means 198 people are still in. Somebody didn't master their pad. The good thing about computers, everybody's in this computer, you can't hide. So I can tell you that Angus Alston, where's he? Angus, where are you? He's up there waving happily. I don't know why you're waving. You're out, Angus. Can I just ask, oh, great, goody. Angus, why, may I ask, did you think that Sabrina was that girl?
I don't like following the crowd.
Fine. It also means you don't get any money, Angus, but stick around. You're out for now. You may well, at the end of the game tonight, at the very, very end, pick up some money after all. Right, let's move on. 198 left in. My 4 to follow are still there. Here we go. Question number 2. Which is Britain's best-selling breakfast cereal? OK, which is Britain's best-selling breakfast cereal? On your keypads, 198 left in. You'll have 10 seconds. Here we go. Is it Frosties, Weetabix, Sugar Puffs or Cornflakes? Britain's best-selling breakfast cereal. Frosties, Weetabix, Sugar Puffs or Cornflakes? 2 more seconds. Make sure you register a vote in our computer. That's time up. Right, let's see how you voted on that one. First of all, how did you do? 3 for Frosties, 3 for Weetabix, nobody for Sugar Puffs, 192 for Cornflakes. If Frosties or Weetabix are right, it's going to be a very, very, very short programme. And I shall spend the remaining 20 minutes of the show reading the Brothers Karamazov to you all. Let's have a look at the winner, first of all. The correct solution is Cornflakes. 192 of you got that right. We lost 6 there. I've still got our 4 to follow. It was actually first introduced to Britain, cornflakes, in 1922. OK, moving on. Still 192 left in. Question 3, it's a film question again. First of all, have a look at the clip, then I'll ask you a question. Have a look. Right, who was the inventor of this revolutionary form of transport? Who was the inventor of this revolutionary form of transport? You'll have 10 seconds. Here are your alternatives. Vote now, as soon as you know. Was it Sir Freddie Laker? Was it Sir Clive Sinclair? Was it Richard Branson? Or was it Sir Ralph Halpin? Sir Freddie Laker, Sir Clive Sinclair, Richard Branson, or Sir Ralph Halpin? For some reason, the audience always laugh when I say Ralph Halpin. I don't understand this. Let's have a little look, first of all, how you all voted. Yes. If the person who thinks that Sir Ralph Halpin invented the C5 motor car is right, they've just won £1,000. It's possibly a little unlikely. Let's have a look at the correct solution. Clive Sinclair. Richard Branson got 3 votes as well in that. I can tell you once again, because you can't hide from this thing, up there in A17, Victoria Jones thought it was Ralph Halpin. Victoria, where are you, darling? Was that a mistake?
No, I just wanted to be different.
Fine, like him. And you're out as well. Right. That's right, it was, of course, the C5 motor car invented by Sir Clive Sinclair, about as successful as the chocolate fire guard. Right. I've still got my 4 to follow. I've still got Jean Kelly, I've still got Liz Sutton, I've still got Trevor Davis, and I've still got Lynn Baranowska up there. Haven't got any dirt for me yet, have you? Anything? Come on, you're supposed to be top of gossip. Anything at all? Got anything on this audience tonight? Anything you can... bit of spice? Some right weirdos amongst this lot. Anything? No? Not much of a gossip, are you?
Well, I know something about you and Sally James, but...
Yeah, fine. Let's race on to the next question. Estate agents 15, Tarrant 0. Right, question number 4. Dennis Thatcher was married before. What was the name of his first wife? Dennis Thatcher was married before. What was the name of his first wife before he met his current coochie-woochie cuddlekins? Have a little look. We want to know the name of Dennis Thatcher's first wife. You'll have 4 alternatives, 10 seconds. Press your keypads. Here we go, 188 left in. Was it Hilda? Was it Mary? Was it Carol? Or was it Margaret? Hilda, Mary, Carol, or Margaret? Hilda, Mary, Carol, or Margaret. One of those was the name of Dennis Thatcher's first wife before he married the current Prime Minister. OK, let's see how you voted, first of all. 21 for Hilda, 84 for Mary, 24 for Carol, and 34 for Margaret. That's going to break it up a lot. Right, let's see the correct answer. It's Margaret. Yes. I can't imagine anybody marrying Margaret Thatcher twice in their life either, but in fact he did. And sadly, Lynn, you've gone. I've lost Trevor Jarvis as well. Where's Trevor gone? From Mackerel Thingy and what's
right.
it? Which one? Whatever you call it.
I pressed Mary because the others were all names of her children or his present wife. So
good idea. I must admit, most of these questions actually I'd have got it wrong. Let's have the answer written down, but I'd have been on that one as well. So 34 left in. And going down a bit fast now. It's going to go down a lot faster now, though. We're going to a timed round. 34 of you left in. One of you will win at least £1,000. You could win £2,000 before the end of this programme. 34 left in, but it's a time round. So not only you've got to be correct, you've also got to be as fast as possible. I'll give you 10 seconds, but ideally you want to get on that keypad with the right answer as fast as possible. Only the first 10 correct solutions, fastest 10 correct solutions go through to the second round, and one of those will win at least £1,000. So here we go, fingers on those keypads. This is easy, but you need to be fast. Which incident led to President Richard Nixon's resignation? Ooh. Maximum of 10, but as fast as you can. Here they come, those alternatives. Vote as fast as you possibly can. It's a timed round. Was it Chappaquiddick? Was it Irangate? Was it Cuba or Watergate? Chappaquiddick, Irangate, Cuba or Watergate. It's a timed round. I can only take 10 through to the second part. One more second, that's your lot. Right, let's see how you voted first of all. Nobody for Chappaquiddick. Some quite interesting answers there. Irangate got 2. 1 for Cuba. And 31 for Watergate. Right, first of all, before we look at how fast you did it, let's look at the correct solution. Watergate 31. So, 31 correct answers, but let's have a look at the fastest 10. These 10 people will all go through the part 2 of the show, and one of those 10 will win at least £1,000. Let's have a look at the times. Fastest of all, John Stokes in just over a second. Andrew Shear's still in. Joanne Rudolph is still in. Lee Brookless is in. Richard Lovelock's there. Uzma Rahman is there. Suzanne Byatt. Julie Ford. Christina Bonanno. One more. Chris Underhill's still in as well. Well done. So those are the 10 fastest times, some very fast times there. You've got to be quick on those keypads for the time round. And it means I've lost all 4 now. The computer's 4 to follow. Sian Kelly, you're out. You got Watergate, didn't you, darling?
Yes.
But sadly you weren't quick enough. Ah, never mind. There's still a chance, I tell you, at the end of the show you may well come back yet and win some money. OK, right. We're going to take a break now. In part 2, up to £2,000 could be won. Join us again. Welcome back to part 2 of Everybody's Equal. We started tonight about a quarter of an hour ago with 200 people in this audience. We've reduced them now to 10, and one of those 10 people in about the next 10 or 12 minutes of their life will win up to £2,000. But from now on, everybody gets some cash for each correct answer. Everybody gets £50 for a right answer. Let's see once again who the last 10 are. Here they are. They're John Stokes, Christina Bonanno, Uzma Rahman, Joanne Rudolphi, Andrew Shear, he's an estate agent, you know. Lee Brookless, Suzanne Byatt, Chris Underhill, he's a rugby player. Julie Ford, who likes travelling, and Richard Lovelock. They're extraordinary up there. You always want to have numbers underneath, don't you? The name of their cell and things. Quite an extraordinary picture. OK, best of luck. 10 of you left in. One of you is going to win at least £1,000, OK? Fingers on those keypads once again, linking into the computer. Here's the first question. It's going to be a film question. Have a look at the film first of all, then I'll ask you a question. Here it comes. Right, I want to know, what was the name of that ship sunk in a New Zealand harbour? What's the name of this ship sunk in a New Zealand harbour? Fingers on those keypads. 10 of you left in. One of you is going to win at least £1,000. Here you go. Press that keypad now. You've got 10 seconds. Was it African Queen, K2, Rainbow Warrior or Forest Fire? It's one of those 4. You must vote in the computer. You've got 4 more seconds. African Queen, K2, Rainbow Warrior or Forest Fire. Time's up now. Right, last 10. Let's see how you voted first of all. How did the vote go, computer? What happened? 1 for African Queen. If that's right, he's just won £1,000. K2 got 2 votes. 7 for Rainbow Warrior and none at all for Forest Fire. Right, let's see the correct solution first of all. So, 7 got Rainbow Warrior, and it means, sadly, we say goodbye to John. We also say goodbye to Christiana, and we say goodbye to Suzanne. Not to worry, they were all very nervous, actually. I know Suzanne was terribly nervous. Bye-bye, darling. It's been good fun. Anyway, OK, say goodbye to them. But now, everybody left in. We've got Uzma, we've got Joanne, we've got Andrew, we've got Lee, we've got Chris, we've got Julie, we've got Richard. They've all now got £50. So, 7 left. One of those is going to win £1,000. I was talking to Chris just now during the break. Apparently, he's not an estate agent. He's a property consultant, aren't you? What exactly, to the untrained ear, what would be the difference, Chris?
It's not dissimilar, but I concentrate on investment property.
So you're a gangster, basically, aren't you? a big, frightening gangster.
Not dissimilar, not dissimilar.
Great word, a property consultant. OK. Hello, could you tell me how much that property is, please? Right, OK, there are 7 left. Here we go. Next question. Which of these peers is not a Knight of the Garter? Which of these peers is not a Knight of the Garter? 7 of you left in. 10 seconds. Get on those keypads fast as you can. Here we go. Is it Lord Longford? Is it Lord Hailsham? Is it Lord Callaghan? Or is it Lord Grade? One of those is not a Knight of the Garter. Lord Longford, Hailsham, Callaghan or Grade, one of those is not a Knight of the Garter. OK, let's see how you voted first of all. Somebody didn't manage a keypad in that 10 seconds. Somebody couldn't make their mind up fast enough. 1 for Lord Longford, none for Hailsham or Callaghan, and 5 for Grade. Right, let's see what the correct answer is. Lord Grade. And I know this will break a lot of hearts, but we've lost our property consultant. He looks like the sort of guy who'll muddle by on a few quid without us. So anyway, say goodbye to Chris. It's been a good sport. Thanks very much, Chris. Goodbye. Right, this is where it all gets terribly serious. A definite whiff of avarice in the air now. Everybody now has got £100. Five left, they've all got 100 quid. I've got Uzma, I've got Joanne, I've got Andrew, I've got Julie, and I've got Lee still in the computer. One of those five will win £1,000 in the next few minutes. Here we go, next question. There's a bit of film coming up. Have a look at the film first, then I'll ask you the question. Right, I'm not going to ask you who those ears belong to. I want to know which of these was not written by that playwright, OK? Which of these is not written by the playwright in that picture? You've got 10 seconds. Starting from now, get on those keypads. 5 of you left in. Hay Fever, Private Lives, Separate Tables, Blithe Spirit. One of those was not written by that playwright. Hay Fever, Private Lives, Separate Tables, Blithe Spirit. You've got 3 more seconds, come on. Hay Fever, Private Lives, Separate Tables, Blithe Spirit. Time's up. Let's see how you voted. Oh, it's getting very tight now. Hay Fever, 1 vote. Obviously, if that's right, that means that person has won £1,000. Separate Tables, 2. Blithe Spirit, 2. Right, let's see the correct solution. It's Separate Tables. So, we've lost Asma, we've lost Joanne as well, haven't we? You did get £100 though, darling, and I promise not to mention the fact you're sitting on 2 cushions, so it hasn't been... It's been a good night. And also, bye-bye to Andrew. So, those 3 we say goodbye. We've now got 2 left in. 2 left in. They've both now got £150. Right, it's a timed round, this one. It basically means you've got to be right, but also you've got to be the fastest of you 2 on that keypad. And the one that gets it correct in the fastest time will win £1,000. You then go on to a bonus, you could win 2,000. We're all rooting for you. Nice and quiet, please, in the studio audience. Right, best of luck, you 2. Here's the question. Which of these athletes won a gold medal in the 1988 Olympics in Seoul, OK? Which of these athletes won a gold medal in last year's Olympics? I'll give you 10 seconds, but obviously it's as fast as you can possibly give me that right answer. If you get it right and you get it fastest, you win £1,000. Best of luck to both of you. Here we go. Right, start that clock. Linford Christie, Steve Cram, Adrian Morehouse or Fatima Whitbread. One of those won a gold medal in last year's Olympics. Linford Christie, Steve Cram, Adrian Morehouse, Fatima Whitbread. Time's up now. Let's see how you voted, first of all, the 2 of you. Let's see what you did. Oh! Right, well, it won't be a timer. It'll be quite literally whoever got the correct answer wins £1,000. So let's look, first of all, at the correct answer. Adrian Morehouse, and I can tell you that Lee Brockless has just won £1,000! Oh, tight finish. We started with 200 people, we reduced them to 1. And that guy, Lee Brockless, has just won £1,000. Lee, come here. Well done. Congratulations. You look absolutely white when that... Are you still quite numb, I think is the word?
Well, I didn't know the answer, I guessed.
I'll tell you what, it was a very, very good guess. And obviously you got a lot of them right on the way through anyway to get that far. But what a good guess. What do you do for a living? What...
I work for Reed Employment.
Ah, I see there may be 1 or 2 of Reed Employment in the audience. I thought it was all girls. It's nearly all girls, isn't it?
Not anymore. It's, up in that row, it's nearly all men.
Are they? It's difficult to tell from here, 1 or 2 of them, isn't it? So, you got £1,000. You may actually become a lot hotter property, I think, amongst it. What do you do there?
I'm a credit controller.
So you basically handle money anyway?
I don't get to see it, I just see the figures.
OK, well, you've already won £1,000. That's safe. I tell you what, with this producer, count it very carefully, OK? You've already won £1,000. Now, this is a chance where everybody gets back in. 199 of you back in the game. All get back on your keypads. I'm going to ask you another question. Now, if you get it right, you win another £1,000. Your £1,000 you've got is already safe, OK? You get that anyway to take home. If you get the question I'm going to ask you right, you get another £1,000. If you get it wrong, those in the audience who get it right, they share that £1,000, OK? It's going to be slightly different from the other questions. It'll be a sequence which we'll ask you to rearrange. So instead of pressing 1 button, we'll ask you to press all 4 on your keypad and plug all 4 into the computer in your order of sequence, OK? Let's have a look at the question first of all. Here it comes. Think about it, starting with the earliest, in what order did these films win the Oscar for Best Film, OK? Starting with the earliest, in other words, we want to know the one that was oldest, when it got the Oscar. In what order did these films win the Oscar for Best Film? We're given 15 seconds. I must take your first answer immediately at the end of 15 seconds. OK, best of luck, Lee. Here we go. They're coming up now. You've all got 15 seconds. There's another £1,000 up for grabs. Here we go, 15 seconds. These are the films. Lawrence of Arabia, Ben-Hur, Bridge on the River Kwai, and From Here to Eternity. Lawrence of Arabia, Ben-Hur, Bridge on the River Kwai, and From Here to Eternity. That's hard, but there's another £1,000 involved. We want to know the first one to get an Oscar and the most recent and the sequence down. Right, OK. Let's take your answer first of all, Lee. Have a look at those. Arrange them for me in your sequence, starting with the earliest that got an Oscar.
4, 2, 3, 1.
OK, let's put that into the computer. 4, From Here to Eternity. 2, Ben-Hur. 3, Bridge on the River Kwai. And 1, Lawrence of Arabia. OK? You're tonight's winner. You've already got £1,000. Let's look first of all then at Lee's sequence, our winner's sequence. Put that up for us, computer. Let's have a look at that. Right, if that's the right sequence, you've just won another £1,000. You picked up £2,000 tonight, OK? If you're wrong, we share that 1,000 amongst whichever one's in the audience the computer can identify as having got the right sequence. OK, let's punch up the correct sequence on the right-hand side. I want to see the empty board first. Now, obviously, first of all then, Lee, for you, we want From Here to Eternity, we want that one to come up at #1 on that right-hand screen. OK, let's have a look at the first one in that sequence. From Here to Eternity, you've got one. Well done. Now you want Ben-Hur. Come on, computer, give us #2. Ah! Not to worry, but a great contestant. You won £1,000. Congratulations. And I can tell you, the actual sequence, the correct sequence is Here to Eternity, Bridge on the River Kwai, then Ben-Hur, then Lawrence of Arabia. Give him a big hand. He's still won £1,000. And I can tell you, computer tells me that 13 people in this audience have shared £1,000, £76.93p. You've been a great audience. See you next time for Everybody's Equal. Good night. Right, well done.